Hey guys, today on Hook the Kayak Anglers Resource, we want to welcome Blake Young, owner of Nucanoe. Blake, welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey, Travis. I'm glad to be here, man. Thank you.
Yeah, hey, why don't we just kind of kick off, just telling a little bit about yourself and kind of how this all came about, kind of what you guys are doing there at Nucanoe.
Yeah, well, I'm originally from Bellingham, Washington. Been owned Nucanoe for 16 years now, so it kind of got started just a little bit kind of random connections. Connected with Tim Niemeyer, who had founded Ocean Kayak and sold that previously, and he had kind of just developed the original Nucanoe models, and I partnered with him to kind of get that up and running. And then within about 6 months, we worked out a deal where I took over Nucanoe, and he went about his way, kind of just coming up with new ideas, and I took what we had there and started running with it. So it was a pretty slow grind for a few years, but we really found that, the wide, stable platform style, kayak that we had really served anglers well and hunters well. And we were way ahead of our time, 16 years ago. If you had a 42-inch wide, 100-pound or 90-pound kayak, people didn't know what to do with it. They're like, what the heck is that thing? And now they're commonplace today. Kayaks are, well over 100 pounds in a lot of cases. So the market sure changed, moved a lot in the direction that we're at, but it's been a fun little ride.
Man, that Nucanoe Unlimited that you guys have, recently come out with, it looks great. Huge weight capacity on that. How was that coming out with that, when it came out, and what was that process like for you guys?
It was a long process. I mean, for one, everything we do kind of evolves from what we've done before. So you can look at our total model lineup, even going back to the original classic models, and see, kind of the similarities in the evolution. So basically, whenever we're designing a new boat, we're kind of taking what we've learned in the past and, evolving it into a different form for, a little bit different purpose. So the Unlimited really started out originally as kind of an update to the Frontier 12. And we started working on that in 2019. And, it kind of took a lot of time. Then COVID hit and all that disruptions, things got put on pause for a while. Then when we got back kind of looking at it, really said, this is a kind of a whole different animal. I mean, it's really evolving into something that has a lot of similarities to the Frontier 12, but also a lot of differences too that makes it really unique. So we had a really collaborative process with the Unlimited where about 10 of our team guys had a private group on Facebook, and we would get on, on Facebook meetings and kind of go through it. Our designer would pull up, the stuff on the screen, and, we'd talk through it and really kind of hash out a lot of the details so that we could put as much feature and, as much stuff into it as possible, but not in a way that would, adversely impact somebody who wasn't going to use that or didn't need it. We're also able to address a lot of the, kind of concerns or special requests that people had, from various models where, they really wanted, with the drainage and the deck floor structure and the additional tracks and all that kind of stuff. So it was a fun process. And, like I said, we kicked it off in 2019, and then it kind of went on pause, which in a lot of ways kind of allowed us to kind of think through it again, and then bringing our team into it and really, getting it all fine-tuned there in the middle of 2020 and been able to launch that boat in early 2021.
It's been an awesome boat for us, and Nucanoe has been a great partner with Eco Fishing Shop, and we've got to kind of ride that train with you guys. And we tell everybody in the shop when they come in here that we sell fishing kayaks. As you know, Blake, we don't do any recreational; it's all fishing. But we tell everyone that we do fishing kayaks, and then we do Nucanoes, because a Nucanoe to us is a sportsman's kayak.
Right.
We sell them to duck hunters. We sell them to deer hunters. We sell them, that boat is so versatile. And then we were able to sell Caleb, our owner, as you know, through watching the podcast. He was able to go from a different brand and then saw what we were doing with the Nucanoe Unlimited as a tandem, even just recreational kayak. That we had a lot of people on Lake of the Ozarks that we were showing them just what that boat has to offer with just turning it into a tandem, whether it's a couple of folks that just want to get in their cove or a couple of folks with 2 or 3 kids. You can climb all over that thing. The versatility, whether it be hunting, fishing, or just recreational, the versatility with that boat is amazing. And I think if that's what you guys were going for, you knocked that out of the park.
Yeah, we definitely wanted it to be versatile. It's really cool that it can be, a killer solo tournament fishing kayak, your fish finder, your transducer, your motor, like everything just dialed in for tournament fishing. But then you could take it the next day and take a lot of that gear out, put a second seat in, and just go paddle around, or take out the kids and just go kind of recreational fishing. So there's so many different ways you can use it. And for some owners, it's like, hey, this is how I use my unlimited, and boom, that's all I'm doing. Someone else may use it completely different. And then someone else may say, well, sometimes I do this, and other times I'm hunting, sometimes I'm fishing, sometimes I go in tandem. And that versatility and how it's set up and how it can be used is really killer, and really something that sets, Nucanoe apart. And with with the propulsion, that any of our models could be set up for paddle, pedal, or power. And on the power side, we got 4 different options that you can choose from, plus, DIY stuff. So it really does allow people to unlimit themselves and have, all the possibilities, within one kayak model.
You bring up, types of propulsion and whatnot. Later on down the line, are you guys looking at doing, there's plenty of kayak companies that are doing, a strictly pedal drive kayak. Will you guys look at doing that at any point, or will it always be an add-on feature to your guys' boats?
I mean, I'll never say that we'll never do it, but it's not something we're looking at doing. It's really what makes our boats unique is that, you have basically one base model that could be adapted to use so many different ways. And if we, kind of designed a pedal system that went through the deck floor, like the rest of the pedal kayaks, are done, it would kind of take away that, that edge that we have. Plus, there's some really nice advantages, just when you have the pedal system set up, to having your propulsion and your steering both off the transom. You get a lot more better position control, a lot more maneuverability. And with the, kind of the belt-driven system that we have, it's super quiet. Doesn't make any noise, no mechanical grinding. So, we're not necessarily trying to, dominate the pedal kayak market, but to have a great solution that really, allows people to have some features that you wouldn't get with other systems, and then be able to use it sometimes and, switch up to use a motor or just use a paddle other times.
Yeah, because one thing you guys do, and we like I said, we tell our customers all the time here that you guys have a great clean slate, open platform. And if you want to put a pod in it, if storage is an issue for you, if you want to put a pod in it, your pod is absolutely awesome. Easy to take in and out, carry into your motel room if you're keeping stuff in there. And all of your add-ons are really nice. Now, Blake and Nucanoe are awesome enough to get involved with the Big Bass 250, and we're actually building a boat with a Torqeedo on it. And I got to tell you, some of the features that I'd really not messed with much was like the way you're steering and your rudder system and all that. I mean, there's more metal in that than plastic, and you guys have done a great job of making just super high quality parts and pieces that are for your boats. And we've really got to see them just recently, putting our hands on them.
Yeah, we have come up with some really killer systems. The Quick Connect system evolved out of the pivot drive with the transom assembly and the steering. And then we incorporated the Torqeedo and the EPS motors into that. Now we have the rudder system that works with that. And we also have the foot steering option. And that's what you have on that Unlimited for the Big Bass 250 is the foot steering Quick Connect with that Torqeedo motor, which is a killer setup. I mean, just if this is your foot, this much motion in your foot, just extending and retracting your toe, it's using that calf muscle, and you get complete control of where you're going in that boat, and being able to kind of just do those really fine tuning, position control adjustments if you're fishing a bank or you got some wind or current. Man, it's just, you don't even have to think about it. Then your hands are free, and it's just your left foot. It's just putting you where you need to go.
Yeah, and something as simple as probably the biggest feature on a Nucanoe that is always just blows people's minds is the simplest thing is the swivel seat.
Yeah.
The swivel seat, everybody is like, why does everybody not have the swivel seat? I love that you guys do that. It's a great feature. My brother is a bigger guy. He said, I'm too big to kayak. I don't think I'm going to do it. And I said, you know what? You got to get out on this Nucanoe. The Unlimited is perfect for you. It'll handle it. Plus, that swivel seat makes it easy to get in and out of, easy to get to the stuff behind you when you're fishing or needing another beer. And it's just the the little things that you guys think about, I think that some companies miss, isn't lost on us. We see it every day and show our customers, and it's always impressive.
That's cool. That's cool. It is fun that, even after, for us, the 360 seat is almost like, oh yeah, you kind of forget that it's a cool, innovative, unique feature because we're just so used to it, having done it for so long. But, just being able to kind of, turn that 45 degrees to fish one side of your kayak or the other, or reach around to your black pack or your gear behind you. Once you get used to that, you just don't want to give it up. And the seating aspects on our boat is really cool. The 360 plus being able to go tandem and put them anywhere you want in the tracks. You can have a full on tandem setup with 2 of the 360 Fusion seats in the Unlimited or Frontier 12, or you can drop in the basic bench seat for the occasional passenger, the buddy seat for a child, someone to come along for a ride. So it's really cool, just the versatility on the seating and how easy it is to kind of reconfigure that depending on what you're doing.
I've been watching you guys' social media stuff and whatnot. And you guys have been doing those what are they, weekly or monthly builds?
Right.
It's been really cool seeing those and seeing what you guys are doing, because you guys are doing a little bit of everything as far as your lineup. It's really cool to see that. But are you guys just kind of showing what is capable out of these boats on your guys' end? Is that your guys' goal there?
Yeah, that's Brian's our marketing manager, and our guys in the shop just kind of come up with some different ideas. Sometimes it's from seeing photos or getting input from customers. Other times it's just kind of showcasing different products. But there's so many options that we have with our kayaks, between 5 models, 5 different types of propulsion and all the different accessories. There's just countless ways you could set it up for tournament fishing, for hunting, for fly fishing, for recreation. So with those weekly build outs, we just want to keep the ideas, just putting the ideas out there and showing the different capabilities. Some people might say, hey, I want a kayak just set up, I want my Nucanoe set up just like that. But a lot more people may take little bits and pieces of them, like, oh, I never thought of using that way, or I didn't know they had that accessory. So we want to just keep on, putting those ideas out there, showing different possibilities and, different ways that people can, set their kayaks up, their Nucanoes up to serve the purpose they want to achieve.
Yeah, we kind of look at some of our kayak brands, and we sell several, but we look at a lot of them, and you can always tell who are kind of the innovators in the industry and the staple companies that just do a great job for our industry, because you have those people. I mean, we get a group of people who come in here, and that's the kayak they're looking for. That's what they are. Nucanoe is definitely one of them. We have our Nucanoe customers that come in, and that's what they're Nucanoe guys. And then we're trying to get people to grow that community as well. But it says a lot about the brand when we have 2 or 3 brands out of the 8 or 10 that we carry that are, you get those people that come in and they're like, yeah, I'm looking for the Nucanoe Unlimited, and I want a special color, and but they've done their research, or they own a Flint, or they own a different Nucanoe, and they're absolutely not open to looking at anything else. They love the product, and that's what they want to do. And that for Johnathan and I, seeing the customers every day, it really, we know that those are the brands that are, like I said, the innovators in the industry. They're the ones that have done something along the way that have created a community of that brand awareness. And so you guys have definitely done it. You're one of the tops on that. And I think it says a lot about what you guys are doing over there. So another quick question. Anything, what's coming up for you guys? Anything big, just kind of winding the year down, or what's Nucanoe looking at the rest of this year?
Yeah, I mean, we're winding the year down, just getting really lined up for next year, more so than winding this year down. So we shifted our focus to, product and program for the 2023 season. We're starting, 2023 models are shipping now, and kind of revamping our website, marketing, all that stuff, getting geared up. So product wise, few things, just nothing major in the works right now, that I can divulge.
Yeah.
But we do have the foot steering for the Flint and the Pursuit, because the tracks on those models are kind of embedded in the floor. It requires a different setup for the foot steering. That's in process. So we will have that available probably in November, definitely by December. So that'll be nice. Then we have foot steering capability for the motor systems or the rudder on all of our models. coming for the transducer retract system, which is a killer way to deploy your transducer, right through the center scupper on the Unlimited. It's just going to make that more secure and function better. So that should be out, again, probably in November, early December. And then, just kind of improving our product marketing, our photos, our videos, even our dealers that sell our boats, we kind of have so much stuff going on with our different systems that getting that all out there where people really understand it. Like Travis, you mentioned, seeing the boats and seeing the things in the shop. I'm like, wow, seeing how the stuff all goes together and how it works and, the quality on the different parts, really left an impression on you. We want to get that out there to everybody so that if someone's in the market for a kayak, for fishing, for hunting, for recreation, we want them to know what our boats can do. Because in a lot of cases, they're going to serve them really well. They're going to allow them to really limit themselves to get out of the water and do what they want to do, set it up how they want to. And then, like we talked about earlier, getting the versatility to kind of go different ways with it.
So our last podcast, we had, the owner of Eco Fishing Shop, Caleb Braun, our co-owner, on here. And so it's really interesting to talk to him as, he's an entrepreneur, he's a businessman, and his kayak experience. So I'm curious, how much do you get out and kayak? And if you do, what are you fishing out of or kayaking out of?
Well, I moved down to Florida 2 years ago. So kind of right, in the heart of COVID. And it's been, I haven't been out as much as I thought I would down here. Mostly just with, getting situated with my family, 3 kids, and, life is busy. But we've been getting out more. And I like to get out, we can go out in the Gulf here or go out and we have a back bay where there's, redfish that's fun. Got out there with one of our team members, Mike Schmitz, a couple weeks ago. So that was a good time. So if I'm fishing by myself, I'm going to take out the Unlimited. But another thing we've been doing just as a family is taking a Flint down to the beach because, we can get 3 kids. A couple weekends ago, we had our 3 kids, and then some friends had 2 kids. We had 5 kids out there in that Flint, just kind of floating around, paddling, having a good time. We had the Torpedo motor on it and had some sea turtles in the area. So we were zipping around, checking out the sea turtles, and then saw a manta ray. And my wife was out and had some dolphins come by. So it's been fun just kind of using the Flint or the Unlimited just for kind of family fun and recreation, as well as getting out fishing.
Johnathan and I probably ought to come up and just see if there's any redfish up there so you don't waste your time.
Just about every time we get on this podcast, he's like, man, I really want to go redfishing.
That's what I want to do.
It's like smallmouth of the ocean. That's all he talks about every time,
I love it.
Come on down. I got you covered for kayaks.
Well, sounds good. Hey, I know you got to run, so we'll let you get off here, and we just want to let you know how much we appreciate this, Blake. It really means a lot to us. Hooked is a growing channel and a growing podcast, and we truly want to be the Kayak Anglers Resource. And brands like you and innovators in our industry is what helps us do that. So I want you to know that we definitely appreciate your time.
Cool, guys. Well, hey, thanks for having me on here. Definitely enjoyed it, and happy to do it again.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Blake.
All right. Thanks, Johnathan. Thanks, Travis. You guys take care.
So, guys, that was Blake from Nucanoe. Man, we really appreciate him being on. Very informative. I think it's cool for us to hear about like the foot control for the Flint and some of that's going to be coming out here the next couple weeks, to a month. Pretty cool to have him on. Super guy.
Yeah, man. I'm also really excited because they're partnering up with us for the Big Bass 250. We're going to rig up one of their boats. They've got us all the right stuff, the right stuff to rig up that boat correctly, make it beneficial and work really well with that Torpedo motor. So hats off to them for being a part of this and being behind, the anglers, behind the kayakers, and especially behind Eco Fishing Shop. So, thank you guys at Nucanoe. Thank you, Blake, and really appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. And Johnathan's doing a heck of a job right now getting that thing all set up. We're going to show you some pictures of it here on the podcast. That is something that somebody's going home with in a little over a week.
Yep, sure are.
It's going to be a pretty slick rig. Lot of stuff coming up on that. We have the Bixby boat, the Torpedo Unlimited, full build there. That thing is absolutely awesome. We have the trailer. We have other kayaks. Guys, get into this thing. We're a week and a half out, and I tell you what, these vendors are excited about it. Eco Fishing Shop excited about it. We have a lot of anglers excited about it. We have a venue that we're going to be using that is going to be an indoor and outdoor. That way we know that we're safe no matter what. It's going to be great food, great people. Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. And there's tons of giveaways, and it's hard for us to take the time to go through every single one. But the way you guys find that stuff out is, one, our Instagram page. We're posting stuff on there continuously about the giveaways and all that stuff. The other thing is our Facebook page. There's 2 different pages there, whether you're a customer or not. Just search Eco Fishing Shop. You guys can get on there. Justin and Robbie are putting a lot of stuff out there for you guys, and now we've got plenty of information. The other thing too is on Tourney X. I just updated it with our original plans of where we're going to have, but our venues changed because, we're a little concerned with the weather and whatnot. So I'll go through there and update it. We'll get all the rules on Tourney X as well. So, there's a couple different ways to get this information, and, worst case scenario, call us at the shop, call our customer service. Any of that stuff is all linked down in the description, so you guys can get in contact with Travis or I or Eco Fishing Shop in general. If you guys got any questions as far as rules and stuff like that. So there's going to be a lot of information that'll be coming out pretty quick. So don't miss out on that. But it's going to be a great time. We're filling up. We got a bunch of spots filled. Hopefully we get to that 250. I don't know if we'll hit it or not, but as we talked about on the last podcast with Caleb,
guaranteed
$10,000.
Guaranteed $10,000. Also on that venue, the new venue we have, don't be spooked on that. It's literally not even a mile from PB2, which is the original spot we were going to be. So if you got an Airbnb close to that, you're still 100% fine. This place is going to have plenty of parking, plenty of indoor, outdoor. So, yeah, guys, guaranteed $10,000. We have considerably more than $10,000 worth of giveaways. We've got, I haven't done the numbers on that, but I'd say $30,000-$40,000 worth of stuff, pretty easy.
Yeah.
A lot of really good stuff. Dakota Lithium Power Hour is going to be absolutely awesome, where you can win a battery every hour. And then also 13 Fishing stepped up really big and helped us kind of decide what we were going to put in this thing. Not only rods and reels, but hourly tackle giveaways. And there's a lot more to come, guys. We're still working on that every day, and we'll probably be working on it right up until game time. So get signed up, be ready to go, be ready to haul stuff home is what I got to say.
Yeah, bring some extra room, because you may be going home with a kayak or 2.
Absolutely, and you get a chance to meet a lot of the Eco family is going to be there. I know Caleb and Jared are both going to be there. A lot of our online customer service guys and gals will be there, and so it'll be a good time. A lot of like-minded people having fun. There will be a bar at the new place, so Travis is in. So we will have.
He won't be bartending, so don't get your hopes.
No, any beverages that you want are going to be there. We're going to have a good time, guys. Hope to see you all there.
Big Bass 250, November 5th, Lake of the Ozarks. Be there, be square. It's going to be a great time, guys.
Hooked, the Kayak Anglers Resource. We are out.
Adios.